Okay, we'll call this meeting to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance and the invocation following. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Dear God, please bless our elected officials. Grant them the wisdom to know and the courage to do what is right for all citizens. Amen.
Amen. Roll call, please.
Green. Here. Lepore.
Here.
Mistrovich.
Here.
Ricks.
Here.
Roberts.
Here.
Schultz.
Here.
Yarrick.
Here.
Good to see everybody's here tonight. We have 4 different sets of minutes here. We need approval for the first one, which was the budget workshop of April 27th. Is there a motion?
So moved. Support.
It's been made and supported. Is there any discussion on those minutes? Being not, all in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye. Aye. Against? Motion passes. We also have the budget workshop of April 30th. Is there a motion to approve those minutes?
So moved. Support.
It's been made and supported. Is there any discussion on those minutes? Being not, all in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion passes. We also have the regular city council meeting of May 4th. Is there a motion for those minutes?
So moved. Support.
Support. Motion and support's been made. Any discussion on those minutes?
Yeah, on adjournment, it should be
Yeah.
myself and Mike.
Okay.
On which?
404.
Oh, the regular.
I've gone back and looked.
Yeah, you were here.
Any other discussion? Nope. All in favor of the amended minutes, say aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion passes. We have one more set of minutes from May 7th from the budget workshop. Is there a motion to accept those minutes?
And one last so moved.
Support.
Any discussion? Being not, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. We move on to audience comments. Any non-agenda items? If you'd like to address the city council on anything that's not on the agenda, we ask that you come to the podium, state your name for the record. We will move on. Adoption agenda, Mr. City Manager, any changes?
No changes.
City Council, any changes? Being not, a motion to accept the agenda as presented would be in order.
So moved.
Support.
It's been made and supported. Is there any discussion? Being not, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye. Against? Motion does pass. Do we have a motion for the consent agenda?
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Support.
It's been made and supported. There's no discussion on the motion. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. We have 4 items for consideration this evening. The first one being consideration of special event request, Community Baptist Church, Vacation Bible School. Mr. City Manager?
Council is scheduled to give consideration on a request from the Community Baptist Church to have a 20 by 20 tent in conjunction with their Vacation Bible School from Monday, July 27th through Friday, July 30th. The tent is being proposed along the Friday Street side of the property and will encroach onto the Friday Street right-of-way by approximately 6 feet. The church will be redirecting the sidewalk around the tent, which will impact 4 parking spaces along Friday Street. The church would also like to place fence along the back of the sidewalk from the side of the tent to the church office building to direct children away from the road and toward the back of the property. Council last year approved this request, and I know administration, I believe Troy went up there and looked at how they set everything up, and he indicated they did a nice job of directing people around the tent and making sure people understood where to walk. So administration is recommending approval. I do believe there may be some members of the church here tonight as well.
Okay. You like to make a presentation at all before?
No.
Okay, very good. Is there a motion?
I move to approve the special event application for attending conjunction with the Community Baptist Church's Vacation Bible School from July 27th to July 31st with the following requests: 20 by 20 tent encroaching into Friday Street right-of-way and temporary fence adjacent to the tent along Friday Street.
Support.
Motion been made and supported. Any discussion? We had no complaints from the public last year?
No.
No. Anything else? Any audience comments? We haven't voted yet. Back to the table. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. Good luck. Item number 2 is consideration of special event request, St. Augustine Church, Walk with Jesus. Mr. City Manager?
Council is scheduled to consider a request the city received from St. Augustine Church to conduct a Walk with Jesus on Sunday, June 7th, beginning at approximately 7 a.m. St. A's expect that there will be about 200 parishioners that will participate in the walk, which is scheduled to begin at the church and travel north on M19 to the Memphis church. This request was approved by council last year. We usually have our day car, and then we use reserve or part-timers to come in and also help. We provide an escort from the church to the city limits at 33. We also notify, I believe, the state maybe, or the sheriff, that from there they'll be traveling north to Memphis. Our police chief did talk to both the organizer and Father Joe at the National Day of Prayer, just to kind of remind them of some safety tips on where to take breaks and stuff. Last year they kind of stopped at about Division in Maine, which with traffic was a little interesting. I mean, we got through it and it was fine. And talking to him, he was comfortable with the request.
Very good. Is there a motion?
I make a motion to approve the request received from St. Augustine Church to conduct their Walk with Jesus on Sunday, June 7, 2015, beginning at approximately 7 a.m. at St. Augustine's Church and traveling north along Main Street to Memphis Catholic Church.
Support.
Motion been made and supported. Is there any discussion? Any audience participation? Back to the table. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion passes. Item number 3 is consideration of adoption of resolution number 2015-6 and 2015-2020 County Hazmat Plan. Mr. City Manager?
Council is scheduled to consider adopting Resolution 2015-6, which adopts the Macomb County Hazard Mitigation Plan as the city's hazard mitigation plan to be fully compliant with state and federal law. The purpose of the hazard mitigation plan is to identify those natural and man-made hazards that pose a threat to the community, rank them based on their potential threat to the people and the economy, and recommend mitigation projects to eliminate or reduce the impact. I believe it was 2 plans ago, they had some funding, Macomb County had funding and brought in a consultant to help them write the plan. Since then, county staff has been revising the plan every 5 years. The plan goes to FEMA to get approved, make sure it meets their requirements, and then comes back, the communities adopt it, and then the county adopts it. As part of the county, as we all know, we fall under their emergency management operations. I'm the community liaison to Vicki Wolber and her staff. I did email out the link to the plan, and pretty much it's the same, similar plan that we've adopted in previous years.
Very good. Is there a motion before discussion?
I move to adopt Resolution 2015-6, a resolution adopting the 2015 to 2020 Macomb County Hazard Mitigation Plan as the city's hazard mitigation plan, and authorizing the mayor and the city clerk to sign the resolution on behalf of the city of Richmond.
Motion been made and supported. Any discussion on this?
Just, I will mention, in order to be eligible for some of the FEMA funding as well, we have to adopt it.
We have to go through this, right?
Yep.
Okay. Any other discussion? Any audience participation on this item? Back to the table. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye. Against? Motion passes. Our final item, number 4, is consideration of the introduction and first reading of ordinance number 134-1, Fire Prevention Code. Mr. City Manager?
Council is scheduled to consider giving introduction and first reading to ordinance number 134-2, an ordinance to amend section 50-26, the adoption of the Fire Prevention Code section of the Fire Prevention and Protection Ordinance. Administration has recently been working with a representative from ISO to update the city's ISO rating, which can potentially impact people's insurance rates, things like that. So it kind of ranks our operations for fire, water supply, and dispatch. One of the items that came to our attention was that the fire prevention code that we currently are operating under is the 1993 BOCA code. Since that time, the city has adopted the Michigan Building Code, which is published by the ICC. The new 2012 Fire Prevention Code is also published by the ICC, and so the two codes will blend together. The Fire Prevention Code probably impacts the building department more than the fire department, but and so the building official is recommending that we go with the 2012. But I also have met with Fire Chief 2, Tom Garrett, to kind of go over both codes and kind of make sure he was comfortable with that. This again is the introduction and first reading, and then at the next meeting would be the second reading and adoption.
You might want to note, we have the wrong date on the actual ordinance down at the bottom, June 2nd. That would be a Tuesday. It would be
June 1st, I apologize, on the motion. Yeah, sorry.
Same thing on the motion. Note June 1st on the motion also. Okay, is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to introduce and give first reading to the ordinance number 134-2, an ordinance to amend section 50-26, the adoption of the Fire Prevention Code section of the Fire Prevention Protection Ordinance, and schedule the same second reading and adoption of the City Council's June 1st, 2015 regular meeting.
Support.
What's been made and supported? Any discussion on this?
Was there, just out of curiosity, a reason why it went from a national code to an international code?
I don't know the whole history behind that.
Okay.
And it's kind of the company that publishes the ICC, the International Construction Code, and then they tailor it based on, like, our Michigan Building Code is also published by the ICC. I think it's just the company name.
Okay. Oh, okay.
But
Anything? Go right ahead.
I'm sure if you called, David Hayduke would be more than happy.
More than happy.
to spend a lot of time with you.
You have 45 minutes to an hour, you might be able to.
But anyway, that's short answer.
Now, by adopting this, does this affect any of the permits that are pulled before this when
No.
we get the second reading?
Nope, because whatever was in place when you pulled that permit will have kind of two books, and if you pulled and started your project under the first, you will be governed by that. And that's kind of always fortunately or unfortunately how
Right.
it works. You can't kind of
Right.
midstream after somebody's plans have been approved say, sorry.
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
thank you.
Anything else? Any audience comments? Back to the table. All in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye. Aye. Against? Motion does pass. We move on to city manager's comments, sir.
Before you tonight, you'll find kind of a half-size envelope there with the city manager evaluation form in it. The chair has asked that you return those evaluation forms by our next meeting, which is June 1st. Dow Street, the reconstruction project's going along well. The paving's been done. The shoulders are installed in the restoration. The actual topsoil's been in place. The St. Clair landscaping, I think, is supposed to be out this week to hydroseed. So we should be wrapping up that project this week.
Very good.
Before June, so it went well. Also, Memorial Day is this a week from today. So just if you can give me a head count so we kind of know whether or not we have enough vehicles, let me know if you'll be riding in the parade on Monday.
Very good. Very good. Okay. Moving on to council comments. Mike?
No, just want to thank the administration for the great job for putting together a budget again this year. Really good. I think we had real good meetings and came out okay. So thank you very much.
Jeffrey?
Had two things. First, it's EMS week. So I say appreciate what Richmond Lennox done to us for the service. It's not just EMS transporters, but everyone who participates in the emergency medical system, which includes our fire department that responds in Richmond. So all of those that help provide that service. As everyone knows, Proposal 1 failed. So seems to be a flurry of activity going on in Lansing, discussing what's the next Plan B is. And I think it's important that we bump into our legislators to remind them, because some of the plans that have been talked about was taking it out of the present funds and one being revenue sharing for local government and schools. So people may want, if they're concerned about that, may want, if they're nudging to Senator Pavlaw or Representative Goyke to, come up with a solution that's not just taking from Peter to pay Paul. So that's all I have.
Very good. Dennis?
I just wanted to congratulate the class of 2015. Their graduation should be coming up here the 29th, I believe, Friday at McMorrin Arena up Port Huron. Last day is this Thursday. So,
Is it really already this Thursday?
Yep. Time flies really quick. So, and then also the great outing for the Spring Fest for the freshman sports, I believe it was.
Mm-hmm.
And the turnout was tremendous, and I believe they met all their goals. And I think everybody that went had a great time. They had a lot of activities and a lot of sponsors, and it was good for the community and schools alike. So.
Dean?
Like Mike, I would say it was excellent process to go through the budget. It really was, and quite a learning experience. The other thing I'd like to thank John and his crew for Dow Street. With 120 apartments sitting there, there wasn't. I had one little thing. Where's the flag, man? That was it. So. And the skateboarders love it, John. That's all I got. Thanks.
I'm trying to remember that it's 25.
Jamie?
And I too concur with Mike and I just appreciate the hard work that everybody put in, the administration and also council brought some fantastic ideas, and it was great to exchange that and go through the budget together. Appreciate it.
Jimmy?
Nothing tonight, Mayor.
Okay, very good. I concur with everything that's been said. Let's go to the calendar, today being the 18th of May. Today was the resident registration day for all the recreation programs. You can continue to do it, but today was the day set aside for the city residents, and then tomorrow will be all community-wide residents can sign up for our recreation programs. Tomorrow being the 19th of May. So if you want to get in, give them a call at 727-3064.
Correct.
That will be for the Parks and Recreation programs throughout the summer. We have the Memorial Day weekend coming up, where the library will be closed on Saturday the 23rd. And of course, everybody will be closed celebrating Memorial Day on the 25th. And everybody will reopen on the 26th, Tuesday. There, I believe, is the perennial exchange still going on? It's slated for Saturday, but I'm not sure. Are we still doing that?
I thought we were, but I'll need to check on the date. I thought it may have already passed.
I thought it was last Saturday.
I think they may have
Moved it?
moved it.
Okay. I didn't think it was Memorial Weekend.
No, I think a mistake there, and it was
Okay.
last weekend.
Okay. As mentioned, Richmond High School graduation is on the 29th of May. We wish all of our graduates a safe and happy graduation. Council will meet again in 2 weeks, the first Monday of June, which is the 1st. Last day of school for our children right now has been set for Friday the 5th. Whether or not we got into snow days or anything, I'm not sure if that lengthened the... but again, a warning to everyone that school's going to be out soon, and be careful when you're driving. The kids are going to be out and about. I think that's it. Is there anything else we need to add to the calendar?
Is the family pool day a party on the 5th as well still.
For the graduation day?
No, the year-end pool party.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Yeah. I
moving
don't-
up
yeah.
day, whatever you want to call it, yeah. I don't know, I haven't heard anything.
I'm not sure on that, I'll have to check.
Hopefully, that's been a long time tradition.
Right.
Yeah, shaving cream day or whatever you want to call it, they run all over town, but they're supposed to be going over to the pool and using that area there. So, okay, we move on. Is there any other business to the city council this evening? Being none, a motion to adjourn would be in order.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Support.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. Thank you.